So I'm here to talk about the space between us and our kids, because creating the passion for sports is here. None of us can do that for another person. So I'm going to give you 6 tips today. I'm going to talk a little bit about who I am, and I'm warning you, like Nicole, there are some incriminating photos you're about to see. So I had a great college career. Look at my extremely stylish Converse sneakers. They were free, that's why everybody has them on. I had a lot more hair, and yes, I have 2 broken fingers. But I had a great experience. I played for Barbara Stevens. She's the winningest Division II women's basketball coach in this country. She was inducted into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame the same day as a guy down the street that's pretty short. His name is Gino Auriemma. Not sure if you heard of him. But I went to 4 Final Fours. I mean, who can say that? And it was a fantastic experience for me as a student and as a player. I've coached all levels of basketball. Here I am with a bunch of kindergartners. It is about the only picture you're going to see where I'm the tallest, because I am as short as I appear. Then you move on to CYO. I am taller than the players, but not as tall as my assistant coaches. But it's more competitive, certainly, in CYO, in my local community. I also coached the Springfield Spirit. You may have heard of them. It was a WNBA off-season league post 9/11, when a lot of these players who'd made most of their money in Europe didn't feel safe. And next to me is Swin Cash, Rebecca Lobo, number 50, Kara Wolters, number 52, and in front of me, Sue Bird. And yes, Sue Bird is taller than me. But I didn't want to put that picture up. I've coached in front of thousands of people. This is our home court, Mohegan Sun. But for me, it was never really about the players I was coaching, the level I was at, or how many people were in the stands. I wanted to draw out the passion of these young women, the passion that I felt when I played at Bentley. By the way, a school that I chose over 3 schools that offered me a full scholarship, because I felt academically Bentley offered me the best opportunity. And I made it on the team as a walk-on. I ended up on full scholarship, and I was the starting captain my senior year. It was about what was in here. But what is it when it's your own kid? This is my daughter, Elizabeth. She's tried everything: soccer, basketball. She did a triathlon, field hockey. But when it's your own child, it is a little different, isn't it? And 20 million kids in this country, ages 6 to 16, play some type of organized sport. What a blessing we have to live in a country that provides that type of opportunity. And as parents, we want them to do well. Come on, let's admit it. We want them to make the winning goal. We want them to score. We want the team to hoist them up on their shoulders, because that's only normal, right? We want them to be excited. But here are the tips that I hope you'll think about today. When they're young, it's about letting them enjoy the sport. It's about being active. It's about learning some skills, certainly. It's not about the winning. I scored for the wrong team when I was in 5th grade, and my dad was the ref. I said, "Dad, why didn't you say anything?" He said, "I wasn't your dad right then. Didn't you wonder why you were so open?" But it's all about enjoying. Teamwork. Foster teamwork. We all know that in life, you have to learn with people that are different than you. You have to learn from them. You have to work with them. Everybody brings a different skill set, but you do have one common goal that you're trying to achieve. And teamwork at a young age helps to teach that life lesson. How about this one? Let them choose. Create that space. When is the last time we asked our children, what do you want to play this year? What sport are you interested in? Or maybe it's just an activity. I think a lot of times we sign them up because we think we know the answer. Don't force them into one position. I know for a fact Kara Wolters was not 6'5" at the age of 5. She was actually quite small. So how do you know how tall your child will be, how fast your child will be, how aggressive they will be? And the most successful athletes of today play a lot of different positions. And it's a great lesson that if you're always the one receiving the ball, maybe you should try being the one who passes it, to know how hard it is sometimes. I know you're open, but there's somebody in front of you. It's hard for me to get you the ball. Again, it teaches them flexibility and versatility. If your child is not interested in team sports, sports that you see on the screen right now have the same life lessons about commitment and perseverance. And yes, failure. How do you deal with failure? It's a life lesson that you need to learn. But it teaches them a lot of the same lessons, gives them the same sense of pride. And my last tip is one that is not very popular. There is no timetable. There is way too much pressure, in my mind, to have kids play one sport all year long. That's when kids get injured, but most importantly, 70% of kids quit their organized sport by the age of 13. 70%. 50% less kids are participating in sports this year than just 2 decades ago. And I hate to break it to all of us, but the number one reason, and I'll quote, my parents make it no fun anymore. So trying to instill that passion, trying to make sure that they love what they're doing and they're enjoying themselves is going to ultimately make them successful. So when you think about girls who play a high school sport are 40% more likely to graduate college like me. 40%. That is a big number. And if they quit when they're 13, they may not be that number. And a recent survey showed, when you think about how does this progress to success in life, 82% of senior executive women played a sport after grammar school. 82%. And what were some of the life lessons? Playing a sport helped me be more disciplined. It helped me function better as a team. Remember, back to the teamwork, life skills that we talked about. It helped me develop leadership skills that contributed to my professional success. Important, right? It helped me deal with failures. No business is 100% successful. You have to go through those challenges. And it gave me a competitive edge, and for women, that's very important. So, let's go back to my daughter for a moment. Just this November, as a sophomore in a local high school, she's decided she's no longer going to play basketball. She's decided she's going to do indoor track. She's no longer going to play soccer. She picked up a field hockey stick. But the number one sport that she wants to play in college is lacrosse. I have never played it. I absolutely do not understand the rules or why they blow the whistle all the time. But I've caught her in my garage at 5 in the morning doing wall ball. And it's all because of what's in here. She has the passion for this sport, probably more than I ever did as an athlete. And I'm so proud to be her mom. So when you get home tonight, Google something on YouTube called Voices. It's a Nike video that was produced this summer in celebration of the 40th anniversary of Title IX. And it shows 4 generations of female athletes and how their passion drove them to success. So create the space between you and your children and let them find the passion. Thank you.